Hello everybody and welcome back to Simulate Gaming and welcome back to Chellington Farm here on Farming Simulator 17. So we have just finished ploughing our last field. We have the JCB in this exact field actually, somewhere. If we just rotate around we can see if we can find him. He's down at the other end, but look at it, you can just kind of see him in the distance there. So he's seeding, and that is once again our last field that we need to plant. Now we're cutting it a bit close because it's currently 5:20 in the morning game time. Let me just move the wheel cam up a little bit here. Apologise for the clothes, by the way. I've just got back from the gym, so hopefully I don't look like too much like a tramp. But yes, right, let's just, sorry, I had to reset the head tracking then. But yes, he's seeding away, and we have started so early today because it is, if I just show you, raining today. Tuesday it currently is, and it is raining up until Saturday. So Monday or Tuesday will be the next time we can seed, so hopefully we can get it done before the rain starts pouring down. But once again, that is the last field that we need, so we are going to be ploughing again later, so I don't know why I'm taking the plough back to the field, back to the yard, but there is stuff we need to do first. Let's go ahead and turn out of here. Actually, I don't think I've got my beacons on. Let's go ahead and get the beacons on here. Good stuff. So yes, we need to get some fertilizer today. Now, I know we've done a lot of fertilizing, but don't forget this is our super realistic series. It's spring. We technically need to fertilize in the summer, but we can fertilize, I think, a few times with the Seasons mod. I know you can fertilize 3 times in-game, but the Seasons mod allows us to do 1 in the spring, 1 in the summer, so as soon as it turns summer, we can do it again. So yeah, that's the plans for today. We also need to, like I just said, start ploughing on field 15, which is the big field. Ah, there's our fertilizer spreader. Do we have anything on the front of this? I'm going to try and see if I can put this on the front of the Massey. May give us some weight problems, but we'll give it a go. Let's turn into here and see if we can get this. So we did finish this field here as well, by the way, guys. You can see it's growing nicely, so that's another field that we have to fertilize. Now, I've actually decided we are going to buy a sprayer today because I'm thinking we should spray it more than anything. So we're going to have to get some row crops. Now, one thing we haven't done on this map, which we've done in Coldborough Farm, is tram lines, and that's because when we started seeding this field here, we didn't have the proceeds mod. So yeah, that's something to do later on. So we need to buy a sprayer basically. Now the 698T might be the best tractor for this, but the problem is I haven't yet figured out how to give it narrow tyres, so we may not be able to do it. The JCB definitely does not have narrow tyres, it only has wheel weights, and this Massey I've not tried, but I think it just gives us as either dual or wide tyres, so we'll have to look into that. If not, we'll probably just use the Massey, because out of all the tractors, it's probably the lightest tractor that we have. So first of all, let's go ahead and just put this fertilizer spreader down. Lower it down first, and we will disconnect, and now we will get the plough. We're not going to put the plough away properly because we might need it in a minute, like I just said, so we're just going to back it up for now. Now, like I just said, well actually I don't know if I said it or not, but I have played around with my TrackCat settings finally, so basically I wanted it so we could look behind without actually turning around properly, so I can now just turn my head a little bit, and it looks fully behind us as far as the game will let us go. But when I'm just sat normally, it doesn't go super duper quick, so I haven't just turned up the axis basically. That's because I've implemented curves basically. We actually need to unfold this before we can put it away. Let's go ahead and do that. Do I have the work? Oh no, it's reversed. I thought we had work lights on then, but that's just the reverse light on. So we'll lower it down. Why won't it lower it down? That was the wrong button, that's why. And we'll get it disconnected temporarily. So yes, like I just said, we need to head down to the store and buy a sprayer. So we have £78,000, but we can take out a loan if we desire. Let's see what sprayers we have then. I want the Amazon one, ideally. That's going to cost us £24,000, which is a lot. Look how fast the money's going down, by the way. That is a hard worker, overpaid by the look of it. I think that's because we've made him work before his actual starting time. We could have just rented this, I've just realised. Should we get the tank? Yes, we'll just buy the tank, why not? We'll go all out. So, before we go ahead and get them, what we're going to do is turn the Massey off. Actually, no, we need... No, yeah. No. Yes, we need to take the Massey. Oh, gosh, I'm confused today. We're taking the Massey down to field 15 to collect the header trailer. Now, the reason we can't put it on the 698 is because... Actually, I got an idea. What we're going to do is reverse, and I've just changed my plan. We're going to reverse into here temporarily, and we'll park the Massey up. And I'll meet you guys down at field number 15 because there's something that I need to collect. Okay, scrap that. I was going to use the Land Rover Defender, but I forgot to restart the game after I put it into my mods folder, so we can't use the Land Rover because it's not actually in game. The reason I can't use the other one we have installed is because that one says Declan Landscaping on the side, which Dodgy Declan's not in Chellington, so it wouldn't make sense. So we're using the Massey. So the Massey is going to go and get the header trailer, and the 698T is going to bring back the trailer, and the harvester is going to be following behind. Now, I know I could put the header trailer on the back of the harvester, but I can't speak for the whole of the UK, but where I'm from in particular, we don't necessarily put the header trailer on the back of the combine. And the road's too narrow, we'll end up getting stuck. So, yes, we are just going to escort the combine back, and we'll take the header trailer. And the Massey, actually, we could send the Massey off by itself, but we probably would have run into him on this road, so good job we didn't. That grass has finally grown back, so we can go ahead and start mowing that again. I did find another grass field that we own, which I haven't actually mowed yet, so that might be for a future episode. Let's go ahead and indicate out of here real quick. I wasn't sure if I turned my beacons on then, but yes we did. So head out of here. So yeah, I haven't said hello. Welcome back, guys. How you doing? So once again, I do apologise for the video that went up yesterday, which I believe was it was the lost footage one. So the Coldborough farm lost footage. We basically lost the footage that well, I had no microphone basically, so I had to upload it as a time-lapse thing and do the voiceovers after. Here's the gate we want. Let's turn to here. As we see, the Massey is waiting there to be picked up. We'll just for roleplay reasons say that we've got someone in this passenger seat here because we're about to spawn someone from nowhere. But anyway, here is the header trailer. The Massey's also waiting here. Let's go ahead and back this up. Collect this trailer first of all. Now, how are we going to do this? Shall we drive the 698 back? I think we will. So what we'll do is we will... Right, we're going to put the combine at the back. Now, I know in real life you wouldn't necessarily probably do that. You probably put a tractor either end so that we can escort it through the narrow lanes. But, as we all probably know on Follow Me, the combines are very tail happy. So the back end starts swinging around and going all over the place, which is fine because the harvester usually fixes itself, but I don't want the tractors doing the same thing because that may cause some issues. So we'll get this Massey on to Follow Me. There she is, not wearing her protective clothing. Tut tut. We're going to be driving the 698T back. It looks good, it's dirty, doesn't it? Still haven't got the front weight for this yet. Need to go ahead and hurry up and get that. And lastly, we will get this combine on to Follow Me. So if you... Oh, you can't really see it from inside the cab, but if you look at the edges, those are the bits that we did try harvesting, but they seem to be off the field boundaries, which is annoying. Can get it with a plough, never mind. We'll just wait till the plough is available. So what we're going to do, like I just said, is get this on to Follow Me behind the Massey. And we should have a nice little convoy going on. Let's go ahead and turn this up. Did I fold it up? Yes, I did. Cool. So let's go ahead and... put this on this. So we could actually do some baling today. That's another thing that we have to add to our to-do list. Oh, looks like it's a 20 minutes view because you got a bit close there. So who's driving this? Billy Bob is back. Hello, Billy Bob. Don't crash into Sarah. I'm making all these names up. I don't have a clue who these people are. So let's go ahead and jump in to the 698T. Now this is a little bit different, this one. So we have to sort of reset the camera a bit weird because I haven't yet adjusted the camera. So what we're going to do is lean forward. Oh no, our head's in the roof. Our head is actually in the roof. One of the issues that's always annoyed me about this 698, even on Farm Sim 15, is the steering wheel is a bit wonky. If I turn it, you see it looks a bit wonky there. I have been working on sourcing a new one, so hopefully by the time you guys get this tractor, it should have a new steering wheel, a fresh new steering wheel. That's the plan anyway. Still need to get rid of the IC dots. Nothing's changed on the 698 since the last time we see it, guys. I haven't had time to work on it yet because I've been working on my map instead. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this turned out. This tractor kind of reminds me a little bit more of... There's the cover. Couldn't remember what button was the cover then. Yeah, this tractor kind of reminds me a little bit more of a... is it the 3000 Masseys? I know it looks nothing like one, but it's scaled a bit wrong. So, because it's big, I also need to fix the glass on this Massey as well, because as you can see it's a bit reflective. Picks up every single bit of light that we have. Make sure we've got our beacons on, which we do. And as you can see there, it's picking up on that indicator really bad. So yes, we need to go ahead and work through these glass as well, or to do stuff. Don't forget guys, this is still a work in progress mod. So I'll wait for these cars to pass here. Now if you haven't seen any of my videos for a while, let me just turn this corner. A lot of people wasn't sure that if I was indicating to be realistic around corners or not, but if you look on the bottom right corner when I indicate, there's actually indication stuff now, so that's something you can look out for. Works with hazard lights as well, of course. So actually, I think we're not going to use this Massey to do the spraying. I think we're going to use the other Massey. Whoa, who have we lost? Who have we lost? The harvester, by the look of it. I bet he's stuck in the fence. Okay, so we've managed to salvage the harvester. We're stuck in traffic, that's all. So we've actually dropped to 30 FPS again. What is causing that bug? Dang it, it's every map I play. Every mod map I play anyway. It's annoying me now. Still got 4-wheel drive on here. That's not good. So that is going to be probably our first field that we harvest when it comes to autumn, because that's the one we planted first. Followed by field number 6, and then followed by field number 11. So we're just getting ready now. We'll go ahead and take this back up to the yard here. So I did actually mention all this in a previous video, but unfortunately you guys didn't get to see that, so I'm going to have to repeat myself again. Hope you guys, well, you don't mind because you haven't seen it originally, but just make sure I managed to get all the points. Oh, there's the grass field. I wondered how you get into that. So I'm changing. I was watching my old videos the other day, my Naysville Farm series, just to see. That was basically Thornton Farm and Naysville Farm Extended. That was when the channel really started to take off, and I was trying to think, why did people prefer me back then compared to now? And it was a lot less jump cuts. I think that's what it is, guys. I think it's the jump cuts. I think I'm doing maybe a little bit too many now. So apart from stuff like that where we're fixing the combine, I'm going to try and keep it mainly uncut. Not completely uncut, because I don't want to just bore you guys, because I find when we spend too long on one certain job it gets a bit boring. But a lot less jump cuts, let's just say. So we'll wait for this Massey to come into the yard here, and we will stop him. Stop him there, actually. I don't like the fact that the lights turn on now. That never used to happen in 15. But we'll go ahead and get this last load of wheat unloaded here. And I think it was that button. Yes, it was. Cool. And that is all of our wheat. Well, that's all of our fields, actually. All the fields that we own are now harvested. So when it comes to buying more fields, I think we are going to wait until possibly autumn, so we can harvest them in the correct time, so they'll be in the correct time frame for the seasons mod. That's if we manage to do that, because of course Sandy Bay is out very, very soon. In fact, this lives over here. I'm trying to remember where the trailer lived then. So Sandy Bay is out very, very soon, so that's one thing that we are of course going to be playing in replace of Chellington. Go ahead and turn this here. Now our lights are on in this yard. I can't remember where the switch for the outside lights are. I think it might be that switch right on the... Oh no, it's not. Can't be. So where's the yard lights? No idea. Let's just quickly get this parked away though, because we do not need this anymore now until spring, or if we do... Well, not muck lugging, because we won't be using our crane trailer to lug some muck. Go ahead and get that turned off. Where is our next toy? Here it is. So we'll get our header trailer put away here. And I've decided we are going to be using this Massey to do some spraying. I think it's just going to be a bit more reliable down on the job. Probably perform a little bit better. Let's go ahead and turn the follow me off. And we'll get this thing reversed. Now, so I need to remember that the seed drill goes in here as well. Not that we're tight for space, but we'll get it as close to wall as we can, and we'll put the harvester next to that. Let's go ahead and rotate this here. Oh, that was a good shot. Let's go ahead and get this disconnected real quick. Put it into forwards. And finally, we'll do the same thing with the harvester. We're going to reverse this in, I think, just so it's easier to get out. Turn our beacons off as well. We don't necessarily need them anymore. I wish you could zoom out with this joystick. I might look into that myself, if I'm honest. There's a spare mapping thing there, so it might be doable. And we'll get the harvester off. So that is the harvester completely done now until autumn. which is good news for us. We are, of course, going to be using it to harvest our winter crops as well, which will probably be realistically probably springtime more than anything. But yeah, let's go ahead, jump it back into this Massey here. And we need to go down to the store and collect our sprayer. So I know I said less jump cuts, but you guys have seen me drive enough today already. So what I'm going to do is go down to the store and I'll meet you guys there. Right guys, so we are back. Well, we're not back at the store. We're at the store for the first time today. So we are going to go ahead and get... we'll get the front piece on first. So we're not actually going to be buying the fertilizer pallets today because... we're keeping a lot of loading for the lowdown for a minute, so we're just going to go and use the tank back at the yard, and finally we can try and reverse in cab for the first time with the new head tracking setting. So we are in reverse, yes. Let's see how well we can reverse here. Ooh, let's go straighten ourselves up a little bit, and it looks like we've kind of got it if I press the right button. Good start to simulate. So we're a bit wider now, so we're probably going to need our beacons on. This Massey Ferguson does go the UK minimum speed limit, so you don't need the beacon lights. As long as it goes over 30, you don't really need them. Because beacon lights mainly just use either dangerous load or wide load or slow load. In fact, I was about to say, I wonder how the JCB's doing, but we just found out he's doing absolutely fine. So we're actually going to go down the dirt path here and collect him on the way, because we're about to drive past that field anyway. Get our beacon lights off, seeing as we're not on the public road anymore. So where is the JCB? We're looking for a building, because the gate is hidden just behind that building. It's coming up here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I can't go too far now to demonstrate this because I've got the microphone, but I can lean forward quite a lot now with head tracking. Look. Yes, there we go. Any closer and I would have probably hit my head on the microphone. So that's as far as we can go today. Right, so here's the gate. Let's stop us about here, and we'll tab through to the JCB. Here we are. Let's go ahead and get this guy off. Close the course down. Now we could technically go over once again and do the headland, but he's done quite a good job actually. It's only really the corners he's missed. So it's starting to grow already, as you can see there, but he's done a pretty good job all in all. Quite chuffed of him. Let's go ahead and get our work lights off here, and we'll go this way to save us going all the way around the field. Good stuff. So anyway, in terms of my map, most of you guys know I am working on a map. A couple of questions. Yes, it will probably be on console because I've decided not to release any scripts. And I'm going to speak to Giants and see if I can release a PC-only version of it. See what they say about that. But yes, I'm going to hopefully get it on console if they'll let me. And the first teaser trailer should be out within the next couple of weeks, I reckon. Let's go ahead and get this on follow me. There we go. Let's see who's driving this one then. Ah, we've got Sean. I'm making all these names up. I have no idea who these people are. Get our beacon lights on, because I'll probably forget in a minute. Cool, and it's all this is still before 6 o'clock in the morning. So actually what I'm going to do real quick is put it on ×5 to see if we can catch a bit of rain. Of course, we want to try and get some fertilizer done before the rain washes it away. So that field there could even do with another layer of fertilizer, I reckon. But we'll do... I think we did field number 6 before, actually, didn't we? So it looks like we may be coming back down to field number 11. I haven't decided just yet. We'll decide in a second. Field number 1 as well should be ready soon. That's grass, and that's because that kept crashing my game for some reason. So I'm afraid to go up there. I really am afraid to go up there. I don't know what it is about field 1, but it crashes my game every time. So should be okay with mowing. It's just like the actual ploughing, cultivating the groundwork. Oh gosh, let's slow down for this bridge because the JCB is a bit wider than us, I think. Good stuff. So yes, yeah, we'll probably do that field there first actually. Now I wish I had crop destruction on, but unfortunately I don't, so we can't even make tram lines as we're going. So we'll just do our best today to work out where we've been. I think that's going to be the best solution. I may even put tram lines in off camera, so we actually have something properly to do in the summer. Right, so we need to go over there. The JCB, you, my young sir, can stop here for now. So we'll fill these up, And whilst these are filling up, we'll get the JCB parked away. I need to buy a jet wash to clean everything. I think, pretty sure we bought one actually, but I can't remember where I put it, which is a bit awkward. Now, how do I fill up? I cannot remember how to fill up. I'm just going to press every button until we can find out what does what. Okay, fertilizer's actually over here. I was on the wrong place. Let's try that again, shall we? One of these buttons has got to fill us up. No? Apparently not. So we're just going to use the keyboard for now, which is that's something I need to put onto my side panel when I get a chance. Meanwhile, we're going to move this JCB and put it in the shed over there for now. Actually, no, the seed drill goes in there, so let's leave it there for the video. But I'm pretty sure I bought a jet wash. I just can't remember where I put it. I'll look for that off camera. Oh, it's here. Silly me. So, seeing as this is going away for the rest of probably the summer now, we'll go ahead and give this a wash down. Let's go ahead and get these front wheels here. Not going to bother with the JCB because we're going to be using it again very shortly. This is going to be put away without for a while, so we'll just get this cleaned up. That should do it. Very nice indeed. Very nice. So, if you are cleaning stuff, you're new to Farm Sim, always look at the wheels. The wheels are always the last thing to get cleaned. So, if the wheels are clean, the rest of it's clean. You have my word. There's it trying to think we're filling up. We're not. So when we drive past here, the lid opens like that, look, see? It thinks we're about to fill up. But we're just putting it away today. Probably for the rest of the season. Until we plant our winter crops. Cool. We'll stop there, disconnect that. Pull this out a little bit. Get it turned off. And that is that ready for the rest of the video then. Right, so finally, we'll start some fertilizing. So once again, I've also decided that we are going to dedicate ourselves to jobs now. So usually I'll say, we've just done fertilizing, we're not going to bother doing it anymore. But this is a farming simulator, and this is one of the things that we have to simulate. This is what real farms do. So if you don't like watching people fertilize, you should probably be playing Euro Truck Simulator, if you just like the driving aspect of things. So we are going to spray. We're going to start at field number 11, the one we just came from, and the reason for that is purely because... That was the wrong button, simulate. Purely because we're going to start further away and then work our way back to the yard, so we'll finish right next to the yard. Let's wait for our FPS to pick up again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Every time I tab through to something, it gives me bad FPS. Maybe it's just because I'm shooting across the map. Who knows? So yes, we got to do field number 10 and field number... Should we take a shortcut? Yeah, we'll take a shortcut. We can actually... no, we won't bother. We could have gone around that field, but it's more effort. So hopefully we'll have enough fertilizer here for the whole field. Maybe even possibly this field here, but I highly, highly doubt that. So we're spraying it now, as opposed to just putting down the pellets that we've been doing, because that's now cultivated into the ground, those pellets that we fertilized last time. So now we just have to give ourselves a nice little seed. And by the way, we had no tractors with narrow wheels, which is why we're not using them. So that's something we need to add to our shopping list, I think. Something with narrow wheels. I'm going to try and put narrow wheels on the 698T, not the 698, because that would be ridiculous having a two-wheel drive tractor with narrow wheels. So the T will hopefully have it by the time, if I'm allowed to release it. And not all of this is actually grown back. So what we're going to do, for the lengths at least, is put GPS mod on. Let's go ahead and we'll get it unfolded first of all, like this. Whilst that's unfolding, that's the wrong tool, that's not what I wanted at all. We'll go ahead and get this worked out here. Right, so I didn't realise this sprayer was only 15 metres, so it's smaller than the one from FS15. This is the first time I've ever used it. I didn't realise that they had adjusted the size of it. So that was a bit of a surprise for me. But anyway, let's go ahead and adjust that like this. Once again, hopefully we don't destroy too much crop. And can we... Yes, we can control it with the side panel. Fantastic. We'll go ahead and get it lowered down so that it's only early stage of growth. And we'll get it turned on. There we go. Let's try to remember where my cruise control was then. So we are fertilizing, I believe. Yes, I couldn't see the text then, but we are fertilizing. Let's jump into cab real quick. And we're away. So I did actually lower, in FS15 I was actually lowering the whole thing. Apparently that's not what you do. So now we're just lowering the actual implement itself, like the actual track bit of it, not the whole implement. There's a bit of an overlap there. I'm not sure how that's happened. So yeah, we're using GPS. to do the lengths, but we'll do the headland manually, of course, because we haven't got Courseplay or anything set up. The headlands are easy anyway. Now, what I'm actually looking for is the Proceed mod. I'm going to try and write to those guys and ask if I can maybe borrow their code or give them an idea for a bit of code. It'd be good if you could turn half the sprayer off. I'm not sure if that's even doable in real life with the real ones, but with the seed drills now, you could turn half of it off if you've got the Proceed mod. So it'd be cool if you could do the same thing here with the sprayers. So yeah, I'm going to message those guys. Do a bit of third person here so you guys can actually get some nice visuals with hide the HUD there. Now, someone did ask in the last video how I hide the HUD. That is actually a mod. That is part of game extension from SOB. You can get that on modcentral.co.uk. And yeah, if you do have game extension, you can press Alt-H to do that. There we go. Alt-H. Hides the HUD. It's pretty cool. It's actually not called HUD Hider. It's called screenshot mode. Very fancy stuff indeed. So I think we're going to stop about there. That should do us nicely. Get it turned off whilst we get ready for our next pass here. Get GPS off. Cool. So yes, we probably should have at least one tractor with narrow wheels, but not to worry. We'll put it on our shopping list. Put it on our shopping list. Not really important. I'll make sure we've got one for Sandy Bay for the guys that like using narrow wheels. We could even buy a cheap Ford, to be fair. Let's get that turned back on here. And we're not going to bother using cruise control. I think we can at least keep our foot on the accelerator. If we can't do that, then we're really lazy. Yeah, I'll try and definitely make sure I've got a narrow wheel tractor for Sandy Bay. Or if Sandy Bay's not out for a while, I'll probably just either get one on rental here on Chellington, or buy something cheap like the Ford, which is the New Holland, but I prefer the Ford one. It's pretty much the same tractor with Ford written down the side, so that's our plan. That's what we can do. Right, okay, everybody, so we are just coming towards the end of our kind of last pass. I say kind of because this on this end is going to be the last pass, so we're going to go straight into our headland now. But on the other end of the field where we just came from up there, there's a little bit more we got to do after. So what we do is we were headland and we do that last tiny little piece, and we should be done. Now, every time I do something like this, there's always at least one comment saying that the headland needs to be done first when you're fertilizing. I don't know how true that is. I think whoever says that might possibly be wrong, because I'm not a real life farmer, but even I know that doesn't make sense, because you'll just be driving over what you've just fertilized and potentially ruining it. So yeah, I think doing the headland last is the right thing to do. I'm not saying every farm is the same. I'm sure there's some farms out there that do the headland first, and do have valid reasons to do so. But here on Chellington Farm, we aren't doing that at all. So get the GPS off there. We don't need it anymore. Hopefully we're not missing any. Nope, looks like we're covering all grounds. In fact, I think we can even afford to move over a little bit here. That should be about it. So yeah, I always do my headlands last. I think it's probably the best thing, so we're not ruining what we've just done. I'm sure there's people that agree with me, and I'm sure there's people that disagree with me. It's just my own logic's telling me that it should be done this way because we're not ruining everything. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this headland done, and that should tie us over for today. We've not done that much today, but this is we're getting ready for summer basically, and we need to get some animals as well. So we're going to be taking out a big loan soon, so we can get ourselves probably some cows. Now the reason I say cows is because they give us the most resources back. So we're not interested in selling the cows at all. We're not interested in selling pigs. In fact, the pigs are pretty much useless to us at this point because we're not making any money off pigs. All we want from the animals is the manure, basically, so we can use that to make money and use free fertilizers, so we can make money on the crops. That's essentially why we're going to get cows. Of course, we can do the same with our pigs, because we can use pig manure. That's another thing. But as far as selling animals go, pointless for this Let's Play. Of course, we are dedicating ourselves to selling animals, fattening up animals on Coldborough Farm. But this is a different approach. So literally the only thing we want cows for is to give us some manure for our fields. So we may get pigs if we find ourselves some spare money, but I think the best resource is probably going to be the cows for this map. I think we might just get some cows to begin with. Like I said, we may get some pigs eventually, but it's not important. In fact, this may be a little bit too wide here for us. This is a bit more than 12 meters, I reckon. So we may have to do this a little bit here as well. Let's just go out as far as we can here. Oh, we might just do it. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be able to do it. Yes, easy. Easy peasy. Right, so this is actually the bit I was telling you about a second ago, guys. So this is kind of another pass. So what we're going to do is do this little piece here. And we'll reverse and do it. In fact, we might have to do more than one. Looks like we might have to do two, which is a bit awkward. So this was the widest point of the field, so it didn't quite add up. So we're just going to do this little piece here, and then we'll carry on again with our headland. So we'll get to like here, we'll turn around, swing back round, come back, and then we'll continue on with the headland. It's a shame that it's about to rain in a minute. Yep, so all of the fertiliser we just put down, well not all of it, some of it will wash into the river, which is a shame, but let's get it turned off there. We can do that bit in the headland. And we'll do this final piece here. Like so. And then we'll swing back round, like I just said, do our headland. So yes, it's a shame that some of it's about to get washed into the river there. But we'll do our best to... we've done our best, basically, to get this as early as we can. This is... Once I get... Like I just said, this is... So this has only just finished being seeded, don't forget, guys. So this is the first time we had a chance to do it, basically. So let's quickly reverse back out again, and we are finally ready to continue on with our headland. Get turned back on again, and we're away. So this is literally the last tiny little piece now, which should tie us over until summer. So yeah, that's our next task. Next task is to get ourselves some cows so we can hopefully use their poop on this field in the summer and save money on fertilizer. I don't actually know what's in this. I don't actually know what's in the sprayer. I know what's in the pellets, like the spreader, but not the sprayers themselves. So I'm sure it's something chemical, not just water. You guys have to let me know in the comment section below. I'm pretty sure there's some people that know the exact what's in the fertilizer liquid fertilizer. So if you do know, I'm interested, so please let me know. That'd be very handy. I'm pretty sure it says on the actual fertilizer tank, it says H2O something, and then the rest of it's blurry, so I'm pretty sure it's water mixed with something else. And this here is our very, very, very last piece now. So it's come to the end of hither. We're probably going to have to go fill up, because we've only got 34% left, and that is our last tank as well, because we've already emptied our front tank. Well, that might be the back tank. Not sure which tank is which. I'm assuming the bottom one is the front tank, but don't quote me on that. So we're pretty much done here. So rotate that around. And we are finally done. So let's go ahead and get this turned off. We'll get it lifted up here and folded away at the same time, because now we're heading down to our next field. But I'm going to do that one field off camera, and then we'll do our remaining two, hopefully in the next episode if we have chance. Of course, that all depends on Sandy Bay itself. So there's actually literally a river right next to this field, so when the term "it wash into the rivers" is literal for this field, and even the next field as well, actually. In fact, I need to speak to OxygenDavid. His river texture is better than mine, so I might ask if I can use it. Oh, we've got the same barn. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do this field off camera like I just said, because it's pretty much the same thing what we just watched. So thank you very much for joining me in this episode of Chellington Farm. If you did enjoy it, please tap that thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Hit subscribe to see more from myself. I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.